Hey all you pancake and waffle lovers out there. Welcome to a laid-back edition of Two Chefs,
One Knife.
and one spatula. I am Chef NPH as usual.
And I am Chef Grace, sometimes known as Chef Yam.
So today, we are going out on a limb and we're doing a versus episode.
We have Aunt Jemima versus two chefs with no knives.
A good old-fashioned scratch kitchen.
A scratch off.
That's gross, Grace. But a traditional, real grandma-style scratch. I think we're gonna start off with the scratch recipe first, are we not?
I think we will.
I think we shall.
Okay.
And
Alright, so waffle mix.
I'll do the wet ingredients. Why do I have to say that like that?
Because-
I will take care of the moist ingredients. That's worse.
So, dry mix, we got 2 cups of flour. This is all pre-sifted, by the way, through our buttholes.
That's gross.
So we got a teaspoon of cinnamon, we have
Baking
4
powder.
teaspoons of baking powder, and a 1/4 teaspoon of salt, and we got 4 tablespoons of sugar because we love things sweet here. Okay, we're gonna stir.
I thought you wanted my whisk, Grace.
Okay, I get it. Yours is bigger than mine. I get
That's what she said. Oh, that smells delightfully cinnamony.
it.
That's gross, Grace. All right, I will put together, I'm guessing, the wet ingredients. We'll start with the eggs, like you usually normally do, because you usually want to whisk the eggs, you know. Why do we whisk the eggs? Why do you pre-whisk the eggs in a recipe?
So it gets distributed evenly amongst all the other ingredients so you don't get like white and yellow streaks in your underwear.
That's gross, Grace. All right, there we go.
We're just doing an easy recipe. We're not gonna separate the yolks and the whites like you see in a lot of recipes. We're trying to not.
Make a mess. All right, so we got our 2 eggs. We are now going to add 1.5 cups of milk to this. All right, from here we're gonna add, what was it, 1/3 of a cup of melted butter?
Oh, that's oil actually.
Oh.
And the reason why we're using oil, A, it's easier, you don't have to melt it. But when the waffle cools down, it doesn't solidify. Butter's great, it tastes delicious, but when the waffle sits out too long, it becomes a little bit hard. Okay, never
That's
mind.
what she said. And now we're gonna add 1 teaspoon of vanilla to finish the liquids of the recipe. There's our lovely elixir of wet ingredients. So now we're gonna incorporate the dry into the wet. It is really hard to not make cooking sound like a like, come on, people. Like, not even trying to do this on purpose. I'm just trying to describe methods and functionality. There we go. Slowly start incorporating it all around. There we go. Just like so. So the consistency of is a waffle batter the same consistency of a pancake batter? A little thicker, thinner?
Yes, I would say the same. But I wouldn't want to mix it too much because then you'll develop the gluten. That's enough mixing there, Chef NPH.
I gotta pee, Grace. So now the very complicated,
Box mix.
yeah, it takes a lot of eye to box coordination
Mm-hmm.
and a little bit of wrist action.
That's what she said.
Oh, snap. So, what is that? Like a cup?
A cup,
1 cup. Waste not, want not.
1/3 of a cup of water.
All right, look at this. There we go. Oh, see. Teamwork, Grace.
Mm-hmm.
It's getting really thick.
That's what she
Oh,
said.
that's gross, Grace. All right, there we go. So we got Aunt Jemima and we got Scratchy. If you're gonna buy the box stuff, buy the complete and just add water. So here we go. It's now waffle time. So here we go. So do you want me to spray it?
Yes, spray it. So I put the waffle iron on a sheet pan in case of extra seepage.
Sounds like a side effect of a drug. So our waffle iron is set to waffle. Here we go. Oh, but anyways, you have to say this one has cinnamon in it. That's why it's browner than the other one's white. It's stuck. That's what she said.
That's gross, Grace.
Waffles.
Ooh.
So, one done. Now we're going for waffle number 2, little Aunt Jemima. Waffle iron's been sprayed. Got a little sizzle. Spread it around a little bit so you make sure you get the corners. There we go. Close it up. And then we wait again. Sometimes she feels like a nut. Sometimes it don't.
Yep.
But yeah.
Ooh.
It looks fluffier.
It does. Alright, so when you think it's done, it's not actually done. Ooh, that feels good. That's what she said. Anyway,
There you go, the waffle off.
so shall we start with our scratch one first?
Absolutely.
So it'll be this one right over here.
The
darker
cinnamon
one.
colored one.
Yes.
Look at you, all fancy with your fork. I'm using my fingers.
Oh, that's what she said.
That's gross, guys. I'm not really getting a lot of cinnamon, but the flavor's good.
Texture.
It's a little dense.
Oh,
so actually, even looking at this one, you can see there's a lot more hole, like air pockets in it.
just like my brain.
Oh yeah, way more fluffier, for sure. Lighter.
Oh, crispier too.
That's what she said. Duck
We
hair.
need to syrup this up.
Say when.
When?
All right, so we going back to
Go back
scratch?
to scratch.
Go back to scratch.
I already feel that
Even with the syrup, it's
our
not really
auntie
gonna
has
add.
won.
It's not really adding air to it. It's just adding more sugar to it. But it's still good. Maple syrup's delightful.
We don't.
Oh my gosh, Aunt Jemima with the syrup. Childhood memories, flashbacks. Delicious.
She knows what she's doing.
Otherwise, her name wouldn't be on the box if she did not know what she was doing. I have to say, store-bought is delightful. I don't know what it is.
Just add water. Can you believe
Just
it? Just
add
water.
It's that simple.
Yeah. I think we have a clear winner here.
Clear as Aunt Jemima pancake mix. Complete! Remember that trick when you were like 5?
You literally stole my thing.
Grace, it's a firm box you got there.
Thank you.
I
That's
see.
gross.
That's gross, Grace!
Way easier than the other one. Not that the other one was that hard.
That's what she said! That's gross, Grace. You're waiting, but... Are you pondering what I'm pondering?
I'm pondering what you're pondering.
And I don't know what that is myself.
Me neither. I'm
so-
actually not thinking anything.
So-
It's completely blank right now. Oh, I want to eat one. It smells so good.
That's what she said! Oh, you're doing like fancy then. You're doing like the...
Carlton.
No, that's not the
No,
Carlton. That is the Bruce Springsteen.
Yeah, the Bruce
The fire. What is it? The spark.
Yeah.
The spark. The fire. Name that too. Damn it.
We didn't.
No, that's Billy Joel. No, the dog. That's it. Bum, 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 bum. That was like Courtney Cox at the end when she goes on stage. Sesame Street. What is that song? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.